Happy Friday, Yellow Group. I hope you had a great week. It was our last week of April. Today is May 1st. Happy May Day. I hope you guys enjoyed your lessons this week, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend. Miss you guys.
Let's Go Home, Little Bear by Martin Waddell and Barbara Firth. Let's go home, little bear. Once there were two bears, Big Bear and Little Bear. Big Bear is the big bear, and Little Bear is the little bear. They went for a walk in the woods. They walked and walked and walked until Big Bear said, "Let's go home, Little Bear." So they started back home on the path through the woods. Plod, plod, plod went Big Bear plodding along. Little Bear ran on in front, jumping and sliding and having great fun. And then Little Bear stopped. And he listened, and then he turned around and he looked. "Come on, Little Bear," said Big Bear, but Little Bear didn't stir. "I thought I heard something," Little Bear said. "What did you hear?" said Big Bird. "Plod, plod, plod," said Little Bear. "I think it's a plotter." Big Bear turned around. He listened and looked. No plotter was there. "Let's go home, Little Bear," said Big Bear. "The plod was my feet in the snow." They set off again on the path through the woods. Plod, plod, plod went Big Bear with Little Bear walking beside him, just glancing a bit now and then. And then Little Bear stopped. And he listened and he turned around and he looked. "Come on, Little Bear," said Big Bear, but Little Bear didn't stir. "I thought I heard something," said Little Bear. "What did you hear?" asked Big Bear. "Drip, drip, drip," said Little Bear. "I think it's a dripper." Big Bear turned around and he listened and looked. No dripper was there. "Let's go home, Little Bear," said Big Bear. It was the ice as it dripped off into the stream. They set off again through the path in the woods. Plod, plod, plod went Big Bear with Little Bear closer behind him. And then Little Bear stopped. And he listened and he turned around and he looked. "Come on, Little Bear," said Big Bear, but Little Bear didn't stir. "I know I heard something this time," Little Bear said. "What did you hear?" said Big Bird. "Plod, plod, plod," said Little Bear. "I think it's a plopper." Big Bear turned around and he listened and looked. No plopper was there. "Let's go home, Little Bear," said Big Bear. That was the snow plopping down from a branch. Plod, plod, plod went Big Bear along the path through the woods, but Little Bear walked slower and slower, and at last he sat down in the snow. "Come on, Little Bear," said Big Bear. "It's time we were both back home." But Little Bear sat and said nothing. "Come on and be carried," said Big Bear. Big Bear put Little Bear high on his back and set off down the path through the woods. "Hoo, hoo, hoo. It's only the wind, Little Bear," said the Big Bear as he walked on the path. "Creak, creak, creak. It's only the trees, Little Bear," said Big Bear, and he walked down the path. Plod, plod, plod. "It's only the sound of my feet again," said Big Bear as he plodded on and on until they came back home to their cave. Big Bear and Little Bear went down into the dark of their own bear cave. "Just stay there, Little Bear," said Big Bear, putting Little Bear in the bear chair with a blanket to keep him warm. Big Bear stirred up the embers from the fire and lighted the lamps and made the bear cave all cozy again. "Now tell me a story," said Little Bear. And Big Bear sat down in the bear chair with Little Bear curled up on his lap, and he told stories of plotters and drippers and ploppers and the sounds of the snow in the woods, and this Little Bear and this Big Bear plodding all the way home.